Peace, everyone. I'm back. So it's been a little over a month since I made a regular video. I made a bunch before I left for my trip to Poland, and that's what was uploading the past month. But I haven't done a drawing journal in over a month, and I've been back for a couple weeks now, but I haven't been able to make a drawing journal because, well, I've tried, but I guess it's just been so long that I forgot how my equipment works. I had some technical difficulties, and then I was using this mic. I got this mic for like $1, and yeah, it's a mono mic, so it's kind of crappy. I would just split the signal into stereo when I uploaded it, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to get into specifics with that, but yes, so I bought a new microphone, and I hope that the audio quality is much better. So if you can hear the difference, then good. If not, then that's unfortunate. But yes, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about my trip and some other random things that come into my head. I've kind of been out of the, I don't know, just not necessarily in the mood to draw, I guess, since I've been back. School started last week also, so things are just kind of hectic right now. But fortunately, I will have made a video after I do this. I've tried to make this video. This is actually the 6th time I've tried to make this video. But hopefully you enjoy it. So I don't have anything to draw right now. But one of the things that I wanted to show you was that I got some pins made with my logo on it, and I'll send those out to any of the Patreon supporters. So if you support me on Patreon, then I'll go ahead and mail you one of these. You can support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It just kind of helps offset the cost for me to make videos and equipment. I mean, money's got to come from somewhere, right? I just kind of, yeah, anyways, enough of that. And then another thing that I got is my collaboration piece that I did with Colored Pencil Magazine. This is my corner here, and then 8 other artists did their own section. And if you remember, I did a weekly drawing where I did the time lapse of me drawing that, so you can check that out if you didn't see it. But yeah, it came out really cool. It's really nice looking. It was a fun project to do. I don't know any of the other artists by their name, but it was really fun. This is the original photo that we worked from, and then here's it just laid out and a little bit different. But yeah, I was really happy to be a part of that. Colored Pencil Magazine, they're doing another one that I'm also a part of. So in the next week or 2 weeks or so, I'm going to have another time lapse of me doing my section of the new collaboration, and hopefully I can do that this weekend. And that's pretty much it for new stuff. Since I'm not drawing, I decided I'm just going to play with this Rubik's Cube while I sit here and talk, so that the video makes sense, so there's something to watch. But yes, so I left not last month, but actually August, end of August, I left for my trip. And I did make a video of that, sort of, meeting my girlfriend for the first time, because that's what the trip was about. And it was just so, it was such an experience that I just figured I'd talk about it in this video. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so I left from here in Seattle. I woke up about 5 o'clock, and then took the bus down to the SeaTac airport, and From there, my first flight was to Calgary, Canada, and that flight wasn't too bad. It was only an hour and a half, and then once I got up there, I was only supposed to have like an hour layover, which is nice to give you kind of give you time to get to your gate or whatever. And then from there, I flew to Frankfurt, Germany, and that was a 9.5 hour flight. It is definitely the longest flight that I've ever been on, and fortunately, I was able to sleep. I would say a majority of the time, probably 6 of the 9 hours I slept. But right after takeoff, I watched a movie. I watched the Mad Max Fury Road movie, which it was okay. It was an okay movie, not the best movie that I've ever seen, but not bad. And then what else did I do? Yes, I slept, of course. And the food on the plane wasn't too bad. It was acceptable. It was some kind of Indian rice or something like that. And yeah, and then I slept. Lots of sleeping. That's what my goal was, to just sleep as much as I possibly could. I get motion sickness really bad. So it was, and sleeping kind of makes that go away. So yeah. So that's why I was so adamant about going to sleep. But then I landed in Frankfurt, and Frankfurt Airport is just ginormous. And originally I had like a 6 hour layover, or 5 hour layover or something like that there. But it got shortened because I had it kind of in Canada. So it wasn't too bad. They had really, really comfortable seats that didn't have armchairs or armrests, and so I was able to just lay down, and I took a nap for a little bit, which was nice. And then my flight from Frankfurt to Katowice was only an hour, but at that point I was starting to get pretty nervous, because I knew who I was meeting on the other side, and it was a bit nerve-wracking, but it was so worth it. And then when I got there, I had to wait for my luggage for a little bit, about 10-15 minutes or so, and then I walked out of the doors to meet her. And actually, this is if you ever wondered who the portraits were in the beginning of the sketchbook, this is my girlfriend here. The first 2 sketches. Yeah, not the best portraits to capture how lovely she looks, but yes. Anyways, yeah. So from there, we took a bus to Krakow, which is one of Poland's largest touring cities, and the Krakow is just a gorgeous city. I mean, it has like castles and churches all over the place, and even just like the regular buildings where people live are really cool looking. And we stayed there for 5 days in Krakow, and it was a lot of fun. We went to Wawel Castle, and what am I doing here? And that was a cool place to check out. Um, and then what else? All the food was really, really amazing. If you're not aware, I'm vegan, so that sometimes that can be a difficult experience to find food. But fortunately, it was not only easy but well worth it because it was so good. The food was really quite amazing, and we every morning we would go to this Karma Cafe and get like fresh squeezed orange juice, and I would get this stuff called muesli, which is kind of like oatmeal with fresh fruit in it, and it was just fantastic. Um, and then what else? And then, oh yes, this burger place called Nova Krova. We would go there and get the best vegan burgers ever. It was just awesome. And yes, so we just explored that city for a while until we from there we went to her home city in Katowice, and that's where I stayed the rest of the trip for a little over 3 weeks, and then Katowice was a really cool place to explore. Also, there was the architecture again is just absolutely amazing. While I was there, I took right around 4,000 pictures. So maybe I'll share some of those on my channel or something like that eventually. I don't know. I've been taking a lot of pictures, so I was thinking about maybe doing a video or two, just showing off some of the pictures that I've taken, because some of them I'm quite proud of, and yeah, so I thought maybe I would do a video like that. But I still am going through a ton of them right now. I still have so many to go through. But one of the things that we also did that was absolutely amazing to do was we went to this other city, Czestochowa, and we went to a Star Wars concert, which, oh my gosh, it was so awesome. What they did, it was a live orchestra, and they would play scenes from the movie, and then they'd play the music that went along with the scenes, and it was just so incredible. It was the first time that I've ever went to a live orchestra, and I've been wanting to go to a live orchestra for so long. I can't even remember how long I've wanted to go to one, and it was so nice to be able to go, and it couldn't have been a cooler concert. And then we also explored the city and took a bunch of pictures there. And then, gosh, I don't even know what else I feel like there was so much to experience that I don't know how to describe it. It's the entire experience was pretty overwhelming, and just indescribable. That this is pretty much the best that I can do as far as describing how wonderful it was. And then time came where I had to leave, and that was really difficult because I didn't want it to end. And I think the best part of the trip was probably the fact that I got to experience it with someone that makes me happy and makes me feel like I have everything figured out.